They're very good.
I played the averages. Okay, so this looks a lot like my last presentation because it is. But my name is Jason Jerome, and this is my final project. And so I'm a parent of 3 kids,
Sorry to
and
hear that.
and as a parent, I have this common theme of how do I know if my kids are normal?
She's sweet.
So, you know, kids grow up and they're on this developmental track. There's certain things they can do at certain ages. And that is all grouped together by different agencies. But the one I focused on really was the CDC, the Centers for Disease and Control. And they provide some checklists to mark off different things at different ages, make sure your kids are on track. So introducing One Step Further. And this is
one step farther.
one step farther away, one step further along. So this is basically an online Android version of those checklists for each age group. So if I go through the walkthrough, now I need to switch over. Let's see here. This is where it crashes. Yeah, don't worry about that. Okay, so it's a little foot. So that's my main app. Is that bright enough? I need to brighten that. There we go. That's pretty good. Okay, so there's 3 main sections: the assessment, map, and then some more information. So I'll do the assessment really quick here. So first you need to choose your age group. This is a standard list you guys have all seen. Let's choose 2 months. And then this is obviously a checkbox list. So there's different behaviors that you want to look at, like begins to smile at people, yes. And I'm just going to go through for
How are you
time's
getting
sake.
that data, Jason?
This is all from the CDC. They publish these lists out for different age groups.
No, I mean, do you have it in the app? Do you have it as JSON coming down? Are you parsing it? What you doing?
I have it all in XML.
Cool.
I'll show you that later. It's part of the presentation. But so I'm going to go ahead and just, for the sake of argument, say I'm doing really well. And let's just hit almost all of them, just process. And look, I got a gold trophy. Congratulations. Kid seems to be on track. There's lots of warnings here, obviously. I mean, we're dealing with kids and developmental stuff, so when in doubt, always talk to a doctor. Don't believe my app. So if I go back here and let's just take off a couple. I think if I go like to this 10. Okay, now the silver trophy. Yeah, not too bad, but you might want to worry about it a little bit. And if I go all the way down here, and this will make sense why I'm doing this in a second. Okay, so this is obviously, 7 out of 14. I got 50%. I might have some issues. So I've always obviously gone through that, and I want to talk to a doctor, but I'm going to go into a doctor and say, well, let me show you this app, and let me point out the things they can do. One of the things I added here was the share feature, and in fact, I'm just going to go with Evernote. So I can take this. This is everything that you just saw. Let me get the keyboard out of there. The same information, and it just tells you, here's your 7 out of 14. These are the items that you checked. Here's the items you didn't check. So you can go ahead and print this out, or just show them the app or share it. You can send it by email, whatever you need to do. And this is in the Evernote app. Just handed it off to Evernote. So Evernote asks, you don't want to save it? Say yes. And a little toast about note is discarded. So that is the assessment part. So at this point, I'm like, well, I guess I'm okay with my kid being like this, so I'll just go back to home. And let me go try to find a doctor. So I can hit this. Now this opens up in the actual map application on the phone. If you didn't have that application, it would open up in a web view. And so this just shows some information. But if I go back here, and one of my preferences, I have my zip code, obviously. I think I already have this in here. Here's my zip code. And I have this native apps option. So if I turn this off, whenever the native apps option is set, it'll try to open up in a native app anytime it can. So now if I do the same thing, it'll open up in a web view. and that's my zip code kind of tacked in there. You can kind of tell a little bit. 98107. So I'm going to go ahead and put that back. Okay, so now for the other information that you guys have all been waiting for. The more information section. So these are just different icons for different things. Here's RSS, Facebook, different things all down the line here. Just so the RSS, if there's an RSS feed, there's the downloading.
I love the progress bar, I gotta say.
Hopefully it will be faster than normal. And this one's not very long. And if I choose one of these items, it gives me a open link. So if I wanted to see more information about this, I can go ahead and open it up in a web browser and do some loading. And we'll go back from there. And I don't know if you guys want me to go through every single one of these options, but there's a website and Facebook. Some of these other web stuff, this toy store one is opens up. And then what I really liked about this is I linked this up, the JavaScript, to the phone, so I can click on this and hopefully it'll find me. Yes, it does. So it'll automatically grab the GPS from the phone and reorganize everything. Yeah. Which is good. That worked. I was afraid it wasn't going to work. And the same for my map activity. I kind of had to add these in here because I really didn't have a use. This one opens up and it detects when you're moving around, and hopefully it'll just start zooming into where I am when it decides. You can kind of see it blinking up here. It's attempting. It's giving it its best shot. But that's one of the reasons I added this button up here, to see if maybe it will. If it doesn't happen timely, but my phone does not have great GPS, so I am assuming that it's not going to get there.
Don't worry, it's doing the right thing though. It may take it a minute or two to call him.
And you know, there's a couple more RSS feeds. There's some direct links to video, and you know, if I opened up Facebook, it's going to open up in the Facebook app because I have that preference set. Let's see if did I click on feed? Yeah, I did. Okay. It's opening up in Facebook. But I would love to get back to my presentation. There's a couple things I just wanted to point out. So yeah, there it goes, the CDC. So just go back. Okay, so if I switch gears here and go to, what would this be?
All the way down. No.
That's it. Nope.
Try the other batch. Just try these ones here. There,
oh,
there.
Okay.
That's where you are. There you go.
Okay, so we did the walkthrough. These are just videos I put together. Unless you want to see pictures of my dog and me running around, I'm not gonna show them here. But this just shows what I just showed you, working
that
outside.
It's a moving map.
Yeah, that it's a moving map.
Cool.
Same with this one. Okay, so on to development and testing. I had my test group all here.
When testing methodology?
They changed it daily, sometimes by a minute, and I had to deal with it. So this is a typical. I loaded all my lists there by XML, and so this is just an example of one of those lists I had. So I created my own stuff here. I have a row, my icon, the type, so RSS or web or Twitter's Twitter, so forth and so on. Then the data and the name, and that's how these get loaded right into the different
Nice abstraction.
For the sharing, I love the share stuff, and
yeah,
I had that all in there, and I had to go in very quickly, and then I started reading about these other apps that had this share option, and this took like 10 minutes. This is like one of the last things I did, and I thought it really did a good job, because at first I thought I was just going to go to Evernote, and then I was like, oh, I can go to Google Drive, I can send an email, I guess I could post on Facebook how my child's doing, so forth and so on. And then finally, I really liked the option of going with native
I wanted
Yeah.
to.
Nice
that
show
was
on the preferences. And that's it. And there's a picture of me. Just
Nice to be done. Very nice.